I do not.
There we
There
go.
we go.
So now we're recording. Go ahead, Dawn, take
Okay.
it away.
Hey, well, it's so funny that today I'm hosting this because with Josh because today is my 3-year health anniversary, my coach anniversary. So I'm super excited. So we're gonna do the starting point training tonight. My name's Dawn Donnelly. I'm an integrated national director with Optavia, 3 years as of today, and I'm joined with Josh Bamba. Josh, you want to just share?
Yeah, I'm what Optavia calls a fully integrated business coach. Me and my wife do this together. We've been doing it for a little under 2 years, and it's definitely blessed our lives in so many ways, and we've helped quite a few people get healthy. So I'm excited to be on. Hopefully you guys take a lot from this, especially coming on as new coaches and really kind of getting the your footing set in and hit the ground running.
So grab your notebooks, grab your pen, and we're going to go through this relatively quickly. So take a lot of notes, maybe even take some photos of the slides. We're going to talk about the keys to success, your new coach welcome email, your business coach who is your lifeline, how to keep you focused. Really, the only thing you need is to have a heart to help people. Everything else we're going to help you out with. And such an easy thing to follow the system. Just like, you follow the 5-in-1, this is the 5-in-1 of health coaching. So you're not going to sway from it. You're just going to follow what it is that we do. So if you're brand spanking new, you may not even have received your kit yet, and that's okay because you can get into action right away. Guess what? There's no clients in that box. There's some really cool things in the box. You get a little bottle and a little notepad, but there are no clients in the box. So you can just, get right to work without that box arriving. So, your first 30 days are really critical days because this is going to really set the pace for how well you're going to do or how quick you're going to get going. And again, there are no clients in that box. So the key is getting in connection and doing your calls and health assessments with your clients. 3 to 5 is a great place to start, but you can do them faster. The faster you can do 5 to 10 calls, the faster you will launch. So, you want to just get right into action and get going on these. You're going to get connected with your support team and meet everyone. And so that should be done within 24 to 48 hours after you order your kit. So you'll have a support messenger through Facebook. Use that every time that you have a question or you want to, find out who's available. And you'll communicate and set up all of your health assessments in that chat group. Your coach will guide you on the first few steps for each one of those calls. So the first thing you want to do to get started is to start creating a list of people that you want to that want to get started. It's so key as you get started with your first few connections. More people will come to mind, and writing them down is a difference maker. So don't try to, keep them all in your head. Get a list. You're going to have so many lists, and it's okay. Just get a piece of paper and just start with your first 10 to 20 people that have been asking you. Like, I'm sure if you've been doing this program and you've been losing weight, people have been asking you or saying stuff to you or just saying, what are you doing? Or, oh my gosh, you look great. So who are those first, or maybe even, your sister or your brother or your cousins or your neighbors, the people that, are the obvious ones, write those names down. Or, they're going to be the simplest ones to reach out to.
So let's talk, about kind of how we're going to make money here, helping other people. So to get your client acquisition bonus, that's the idea for your first step is let's find your first 5 clients. That's going to pay you, imagine that each person orders like they're supposed to. It's going to be a little more than $350 for each client. So you're going to have 5 of those. It's going to be about $1,750 frontline. You're going to get 15% of that commission, which is going to be about $262. Then because you hit senior coach, you're going to get a 5% client support bonus, which is going to be about $87, which comes out to about $350. And then by doing that in your first 30 days, not your first month. So, if this month has 31 days, if you bought your coaching kit on the 1st, you have until the 30th to earn that bonus. They're going to give you $100 extra just saying, hey, way to go. They call that the client acquisition bonus for you, off to a quick start. So I'm guessing most of you already run through this with your coaches on your meet and greet. If you haven't done your meet and greet, set it up soon. But the idea is really to get into action. So what's possible, with health coaching? So your first month, just starting your first 5 clients is going to make you about $500 to $800. We really want to focus on starting 7 to 8 clients, and really maybe even looking into those clients or people to find a coach partner in there as well. So in your first month, that's a legitimate goal, to have 7 to 8 clients and possibly 1 coach. In your first 2 to 4 months, you're going to look at moving to executive director. For those of you that are on here that are extremely new, executive director means you're helping anywhere from 17 to 25 clients. And that's, your first 15 to 25 and 1 to 3 coaches is going to pay you about $2,000 to $4,000 a month. Your first 4 to 8 months, you're going to end up moving to regional director and fully integrated business coach. And you'll learn more what those are. But just for illustration purposes, that's going to pay you anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000 a month. In your first, 12 to 18 months, we want to move to integrated national director, and we want to work on building to what we call a global director. That can pay you anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 a month. And in your first 2 to 4 years, we're gonna see you move to global director. There are global directors making $10,000. There are global directors making 45. There's some even making more than 45. But that's just kind of a general illustration so you can understand what's possible. Because I want you to all understand that you're now all business owners. So if you treat this like a business, like we talked down here with moving to global director and beyond, it's going to pay you like a business. So what do we do? Are we selling people on this program? Are we trying to convince people, trying to get them? No, all we do is we share our story and we care about other people. So really sharing and caring rather than selling and telling. Your coach is going to model this for you. In those first 5 calls that you're going to do, your first practice calls, this is what you're going to be learning, is how we run through a health assessment, how we ask questions to really dig into somebody's why. So the 3-way communication, why do we do it? You're going to get so many questions on that call. It's going to be, how much does it cost? How long will it take? How does it work? Your coach has been doing this for obviously a little longer than you, but has already gone through this training to really, I've had these calls where I've had people in tears when they really, find their motivation and why they want to do this. That price didn't really even matter to them. When you break down all of this stuff, the cost, they never realized what they were spending a day and how much money they saved. Most people find this a wash. So how long will it take? It's always different for everyone. And how does it work? Well, let's get on the phone. We can talk about it. So this is everybody's initial question, but really getting them on the 3-way communication is the easiest way to get through these questions.
Yep. So the power of 3-way communication. Again, why do we do that? Why do we do it as a 3-way? Because that is the best way for us to teach you. So you will learn, and we'll also, explain it to your friend so that they can hear it. And okay, so we're going to have a 3-way call or a Zoom. And again, you're going to develop the skills that you need for what is it, 5 to 7 different people? I believe that's what that
Yes.
is. And when can you do? Anytime. You can do it anytime. So who's going to do this call? So you're going to invite your friend to a 3-way call, and you're going to find out, a time that your coach is available, and then you're just going to simply invite everybody. You're going to introduce them. You will edify your coach. You will put yourself on mute, which is very important. You never, ever want to interrupt your coach when they're leading these calls. And so your coach will lead the call. So you're going to take very careful notes, because this will become your client. So you will also have a health assessment in your hand. So when I'm doing an Explore call for one of my coaches, I'm writing it down too, but so is the coach that is learning. And then once that call is done, you then take your health assessment and place it in the appropriate binder. Either they're a coach or they are a follow-up. Whichever they become, you will do something with that health assessment. You don't tear it up and say, oh, they're not ready now. You save that forever and ever. I promise you, you will get back to it. Very, very important thing to do after every single one of your 3-way health assessments is to debrief with your coach. So what you do is you call them after the call and you talk about it. You talk about what you heard, and your coach will share with you what they heard. They may have heard totally different things than you heard, which is fine. That's how you're learning. And you'll start learning for the keys of what it is that they're asking and what they're listening for. So this is a really cool tool that we use when you're brand new, that your mentor will share with you in a text, so that you can just copy and paste it. And so you would, you could read it just as, I would snap a picture of this, or maybe ask your coach to text it to you. But this one is, you would obviously put the person's name in it, but send this to 10 people on that list that we talked about. Send this out to people, because this pretty much, is asking them for help. So I know you've been asking about the program that I've been doing that has helped me lose weight. Due to the success I've had, I've recently decided to pay it forward and become a health coach. Since I'm still new and in the process of training, I would love to get on a call with my health coach, so you get all the information you need to see if this program would be a fit in helping you reach your health goals. Are you available to hop on a call today or tomorrow? So this is for the people that have been, giving you the compliments and asking you, and these are the people that are, probably that you're working with or going to church with or something like that. They're seeing you and talking. This other text is a great one for the other people on your list. This is the people that may not have seen you recently and may not have asked you, but just send it out. I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I'm assuming I've lost quite a bit of weight recently, and I've decided to pay it forward and become a health coach. One of my next steps in my training is to listen to my coach explain the program to 3 different people in the next 7 days. Would you be willing to be one of the 3 training calls so I can just hear how my coach explains it? I would totally appreciate your help. Let me know if you can give us about 20 minutes of your time. Hope you're doing awesome. Just sending that out to people, you will be surprised how many people out of 10, usually 7 out of 10 will respond. Sure, no problem. Is this me?
Yep, your last one.
Okay. Okay, so the types of things that you will be hearing or something like, what are you looking to accomplish? So that is the first question typically on a health assessment. Like, what is it that you're looking to accomplish, and why do you want to get healthy? It's not just, I want to lose weight. That's not, you want to obviously dig a little deeper than that. When was the last time that you were there? Like, really putting them in that spot in their life. How will your journey affect the lives of those that you love? So how will this affect your relationship with your husband or your spouse, or even your children or grandchildren? What will success look like? I mean, really, put a big picture on that for the person. And what does a typical day look like in your life? So here's where you're really, finding out when people say, oh, I can't afford this, but yet they've just spent $25 at, Jack in the Box, they can afford it. So, you're not going to give them the dollar amount before you've really dug into what does your day look like now.
So that's what you'd be hearing. So what is it that you'll be learning? You're going to be learning the skill set, how to share the program and the concepts. We're going to take notes on this health assessment, and we're going to keep it in our binder. Like Dawn said, even the people that say no, it's not a no, it's not yet. So we always want to save that information. That way, when we do connect with them, when we're doing follow-ups or, when they do actually give us a call back, we're going to want to know, oh, do you still want to lose those 50 pounds that we talked about a year ago? Oh, wow, they remembered it. So like it says there, a no isn't a no. It's a not yet. There are 5 steps when someone isn't ready. Obviously, you're going to send them that thank you email. You're going to add them to your client support page. That's where you were added when you were on program, and where all the clients are able to talk about their lean and greens and welcome people and struggles, success. You want to make sure that after every health assessment, you put people into that. Because if they're not yet, they're going to see everyone's success on there, and they're probably going to end up starting. You want to set a follow-up day and time just to see if they have any other questions. You want to add their email to a connections group. Talk to your coach about how to make your connections group. And then we want to send them a connections email. Usually people do it on the 1st and the 15th because those are paydays. Some people might do every other Friday because people are happy on Fridays. Or some people get paid on Friday as well. So the idea is really, like Dawn said, this is, coaching is just like the 5-in-1. If you eat the food and you drink the water, you're almost guaranteed to lose the weight. With coaching, being consistent, following the steps, and really staying connected with your support team, you're going to be successful, as a coach. I guess I can't guarantee that, yes, but you're more likely to be successful. So if they are ready, do we know how to sign them up? Well, we start every one of our clients, unless there's dietary restrictions, with one of the optimal kits, meaning it comes with the books and the 22 packages of food. Reason being, we want to make sure that they get the books, because the books really are the program. The food is just, one of the 4 major components, which is the coach, the food, the community, and the Habits of Health book. When we send clients to our website to place their own orders, usually they don't do their ordering right, or they might not make it a Optavia Premier order. Then they're going to miss out on the 5 free boxes, free shipping, 10% more, applied to their next order. So we really want to make sure that we are the ones facilitating their first order. So, what's that say? Know your story?
The power of your story.
Oh, the power of your story. Sorry, that was in the way. So the power of your story. People, I'm happy if anyone's doing anything they can to get healthy, but what they're really buying when they do this program, they're buying your story. Where were you? What brought you to or how did you feel there? What brought you to the program, or how were you introduced? What have your results been to date? How do you feel now? And what led you to coach? That's basically your story. So the power of your story is really what people are buying, what they're tuning into, what they're getting excited about. So you want to know your story, like the back of your hand. So sit with your coach to really develop your story and those few key points. Of course. Here we go. So, is this you?
No, this one's you.
It's me. So, what are the important difference makers here? You got to work closely with your team, your entire coaching team. You're never going to bug them. They actually want you to bug them. That's what they signed up for. They want you to be successful. So they are going to be hip to hip, hand in hand, whatever you need to get to your goals. So they're going to be the ones that are encouraging you, giving you the direction. Definitely team up with them. Social media, this is a big one when it's time. So once you finish your first 5 calls and you actually start doing your health assessments, talk to your coach, and they might think that it's all right for you to start posting on social media. It's important that we live out loud. The reason being is we now have, we can only talk to so many people in a day. We now have a bigger reach as far as being able to tell people our story and what we're doing. So talk to your coaches about your launch when it's the right time. Hands down, the people that are being, authentic, vocal, they're gonna start creating a wave, when they get started. But at this point, you can add 3 friends, maybe post 3 times a day, just start 3 conversations, be authentic. It's going to make a huge difference. Boot camps. So we didn't go too much into different trainings because we have boot camps for all of these trainings, and talk to your coach as well. Your coach can get you the past boot camps that we've had, but they are Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, and whatever your time is in between there. But this is where you're basically going to learn all of the tools that you need. You're going to get a lot from your coach, but the company puts on Saturday morning boot camps or trainings for you. When you're in action, the people that grow the most are the ones that set at least an hour a week, to get on these boot camps on Saturday morning. We also have, you're all here today, but we have Monday trainings as well from what they started almost an hour ago. And then we have 1 call after this. Be on the boot camps, put it in your calendar, and don't stray from them, because that's where you're really going to get the info you need to grow.
Absolutely. And, before I go over these action steps, I know Jamil had posted in the chat about the convention, but I'm going to throw a little plug in there for convention as well. I know we were chatting about it before we started the recording, but seriously, folks, if you have not signed up for convention, you're going to want to do that. Like, it seriously is life-changing for you. If you, Josh, you can talk about the importance of it as well. It literally changed my life when I had every excuse in the world why I wasn't going to go. And then something told me I needed to go because I knew what my goals were. And I knew that, if I kept making excuses that early on as a coach, I was never going to reach my goals to what I wanted them to be. So just buy your ticket now and figure it out later. I promise you will not regret it.
Yeah, no, and I know I went to conventions 7 days in being a coach. I started the program July 4th, started coaching July 12th. I think July 19th I was in Austin. Me and Michelle both bought a plane ticket and went. And people want to share rooms with you to make it more cost effective, all that stuff. But we've grown so much, and I can literally say it's because of convention. And I always said to my coach, how do I do what you're doing? So when I said, how do I make the money you make? He says, you go to convention. And then I said, well, what else do I do? After I got back from convention, and he'd give me suggestions, and it was always like, all right, now what do I do next? So I was one of the people that really bugged my coach. And the biggest number one thing that he told me was, you need to be at convention. So, and he even said, and I'm sure your coach might even say, if it's not life-changing, then, when you get back, you let him know, and he'll reimburse you for your ticket. So talk to your coach, but I guarantee that it's going to be life-changing. So.
Absolutely. So I really hope that you sign up tonight. A couple of action steps as a result of this training. Invite the 5 people you already identified to a 3-way conversation with your coach. It's very simple. Do this via text or phone call within the next 24 hours. Use those texts that were shown earlier. Complete at least 2 or 3-way conversations within the next 3 days. And again, you always want to debrief each call with your coach. And bonus, start 5 clients within the next week. So by next Monday, start 5 new clients. Remember, you can start a client anytime, anywhere. That is so true. I've been on cruise ships in the middle of the ocean, you know, starting a client up. Like, all you need is your phone. Be social on social media. Like, don't hide behind social media. Just share your day. Like, you want to post not only inspiring things, but you want to post your life too. You want to be a transparent person. If you haven't already done so, there is an Agents of Transformation Facebook group. Make sure to join that as well. After 3 to 5 calls with your coach, you may explore utilizing social media to get the word out. They will guide you in that. And always utilize your coach, and coach answers for guidance and proper disclaimers. So don't ever be afraid to reach out to your coach. It's when we don't hear from you is when we worry. So bug them. Bug the crap out of them.
Good. So we're glad that you're all here. We're glad that you decided to become a health coach and help those around you. And we're really excited to see everybody's business grow. I will stop share. That's my last one, right? All right. So stop share.
Recording too, or
yeah, we'll stop recording.